over the 200. But there again, if it's a high bridge, and it's a tricky one probably to be building. So, but bridges are expensive. Bottom line.
Across the Beaver?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it across the Beaver?
It's a feeder. It's tributary to the small Beaver. Yeah.
No, that's when we're lowering, right? Taking the bridge out and lowering it.
I don't know what they'll be doing. I doubt it. I doubt they'll actually lower that one.
Rodney Swagger called me down and I looked at his, you might want to look at that. It's really washed out on the road out to Bartlett's and kind of worried about it. If you take a look at both that and the south part, it'd be good.
You guys do a motion? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was busy talking to you, so.
I'd make a motion that we hire Pinco to do their surveys on normal field, topographical, surface planning, culvert details, detailed bridge plans, bridge inspection. And
Basically our preliminary
all the
engineering.
preliminary planning.
Second.
Okay, first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
And
motion.
that was for 15,000 even?
15,000 even, correct. We were scheduled to do chip seal. I was going to do the Wheeler Road, the detour road, and then into Wheeler. It was, I think, August, first week August. I went to get rock. It happened, we generally get it from this Armor Coat rock from Brad over at Bankman. He's had some health issues, so he cannot produce it. So I checked the next place, it's double the price, and he can only do half of it. I think I'm canceling out at this time. And our roads itself, we've been keeping a pretty good pattern on that, so I don't think it's really cracking much or anything like that. So this time I think we're going to hold off on the asphalt chip seal. I'm not really interested paying a whole lot dollar price on the rock either, so. Anyway, heads up on that one.
Is there anything you might be able to do on that road going down to the fairgrounds? I know we put that on it to hold the dust.
Are you talking into the fairgrounds or
No,
Andrus?
Down to turning into the fairground entrance. At the Andrus.
That's what I meant. More than likely, what I'm going to do is send that grinder in there and stir it all up because there's white rock underneath.
Okay.
And then I think it'd be a pretty good road.
Pretty good road, and we'll still kind of hold the dust a little too
Yep,
that way.
yep,
Because
yep,
that's
well.
the reason we kind of did that years ago, was the
Correct.
dust at the fair.
Yep. Yeah, and I think maybe we've fog sealed it once and that's it. So we patched a few holes, but I've been pretty fortunate on that end. So, yeah, that's my intentions on that one, so. Okay, now we're down to graders. Okay, this first one was a quote that I gave you last week, or last meeting, to trade the one machine off. And then for a new one, so we could utilize that 32% discount. And I told him I felt it was a little low on our trade value. And so then we also talked about looking at both these machines. So then this is what the second sheet is if we was to trade them both in. The other hang-up that concerns me is they'll be lucky to get one of these graders before the end of the year. The other, and they're pretty sure it'll be next year. They're just so far behind, I guess, with the pandemic and the labor shortage and steel, what all that throw together, that normally they have these in stock. And
Back to the first one, last time you said, wasn't it 80,000? Was that, or am I thinking something different on the trade-in value of this?
no, that's,
No, I was wrong, it was 60.
yeah, I felt like it should have been valued a little higher, which this time I think they're a little closer as far as that goes. This is 69, I think.
Okay.
They're probably a little closer on the value.
And this is the one that needed all that work, right?
Correct. The first one. Yeah, the one machine, serial number, that 172, we're gonna have to put in like $8,300, $8,400 to get it up and running correct. I mean, it runs and everything like that, so it's when it dies that you
to cool
have,
off.
takes forever to cool down and let it start again, so. Whether we want to invest that $8,400 in a $69,000 machine and stay the same, whether you guys want to trade one of them or whether you want to look at both of them, so.
Both of them are 2010.
Both of them are 2010s, yes.
And are these the ones that don't have quite as much power as some of
Correct.
the other ones?
Correct,
So these others will be more power.
yes. And these are the only two all-wheel drives that we have, though, and I would be getting two more all-wheel drives. So, most counties are going more and more to all-wheel drive. Just to get a little more pulling action, you know, up front. If you're ever pushing snow or whatever, you don't have to run snow chains as much. And they'll just do a lot more work for you.
And this was in your budget, you said last time, right?
Did you look at his? No, on the other sheet, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 'Cause you're gonna use.
Okay, in special machinery, we got 291 currently. I don't think they did the audit transfer this year. Plus, I think we can actually utilize this special road improvement fund too.
Well. I'd have to look into that.
Okay.
I don't know the specs on that, on that fund. You probably, I mean, you know them.
I'm thinking when the auditor put it into it is for anything that we utilize. I think they wanted to gear it more towards projects.
Right.
Actually, that's the reason they set it up, but I think it is possible if we wanted to use it for that. But again, if we can't get any greater till next year, we'll also have another, you know,
Right, but we could just ask the auditors if it could be
Okay.
used for that. If you want to get a hold of them and tell them, ask them.
What are the hours on these?
we got 7,700 hours on the one and I think 6,500 hours on the other one.
Which one needs the $8,400? 7,700 hours?
The higher ones, the ones, yeah,
Needs the $8,400
Yeah.
in repairs.
8,400 in repairs.
Now, they're gonna give us 69 without doing the repairs, or we gotta do the repairs?
I think that's correct, because they inspected it, so.
Is this gonna be another one of the ones that if we don't order it, we don't have a chance of getting it, or?
Well, are they gonna lock the price in if it's delivered next year?
They'll try hard, if we agree to take two of them, they'll try pretty hard to get two machines, but they think it'll be next year, so. And then in 2022, they're gonna reconfigure a lot of their numbers and stuff like that for cats. They got so many different models, they got You know, we had the
Prices are gonna
140Ks
go
and then they got the, you know, just more and more and all-wheel drives and tandems and I guess they got a lot of confusion. They're gonna change a lot of it, so. It makes it more difficult on the factory side of it, trying to figure out what everybody wants to, so.
A 2010, 7,700 hours. It's getting up there.
The 140Hs, we're getting, some of them got 11,000 hours.
And
They're older machines,
they're
but they're the antler rack type steering. Good old machines, but eventually we're probably gonna look at doing either a trade or possibly just do a rebuild on
Special
them,
machinery fund.
because CAT has that program.
That's
So,
fine.
with it, you can either rebuild certain components, or you can have them completely
So
go
he's
in and
got
do a
that,
rebuild
but-
on it, and they basically give you a new
We
serial
don't have to
number.
subsidize that much. You said there was 291 in the special machinery fund. Is that correct?
That is
It's on
correct.
this sheet.
Yep.
My elevator's stuck today.
It seems like an awful lot of money, but it seems to me better off to order them now than chance it going up too much.
I know there'll be a price
and not
increase.
having them.
Yeah.
And, you know, then we always have to worry about it not having them.
Well, if we trade in two of them, we're gonna gain $18,000 in trade-in value versus 60, you know.
True.
And then we're gonna save $8,400 in repairs. So there's $36,500 about that we've got to put towards the trade. That's,
Another way to look at it.
instead of going this way. I know it's more money, but if we don't keep our motor. I went through that the last time I was here. We had a lot of old graders.
Yep.
And it cost a lot of money. It still costs a lot of money, don't get me
Still
wrong.
does, yeah.
So where are you gonna get the difference between this? So which is that? Is that gonna, since we're gonna use the special machinery fund, where's that 215 gonna come out of your budget?
215, we have 200 slotted for transfer in the budget this year.
Okay.
So we're already down 15 then?
But that would be added to the 291, right?
Did what?
Would it be added to the 291 because that transfer hasn't been made?
Yes, it'd be added to it.
Right.
This
So
is
you
just a
got-
current balance.
Right.
So then at the end of the year, if you're still, there again, we had 200 last year, and once they complete the audit, I think they're gonna transfer that 200 from 2020 money into this year too.
So it would be 491,
Right.
yeah.
So,
Okay. And it'd be, yeah, the 15 difference.
So these old graders are better graders than these two we're wanting to trade off. That's what you think.
Is it a matter of they're easier to work on?
part of it. There's more electronics and everything like that. More sensors, what have you, on them newer ones is joysticks, and, and things like that, more controls and everything like that, but yet everybody's kind of going to them, so.
Right, but on the
I-
older machines, it's easier for you to work on them. Otherwise, you have to send them off because of all the new gadgets and
Yep,
gizmos.
there's still a lot of electronics on them, but then they'll shoot out a code or something like that and try to tell you, what sensor's bad or something like that. Yeah.
You'd still rather trade these two in than some of the older ones.
I think it would. Yep. Of course, you're gonna be looking at more money if you get the older ones too, so. I mean, we
Oh,
need to trade.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're not worth as much.
Correct. These two are probably the ones we dislike the most as far as that goes, other than that front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive
Because they're underpowered.
and underpowered, yeah. So,
And you said we'll get one how soon?
they think it'd be towards the end of the year. If we agree to it, it'd be towards the end of the year. They'll try to find the second one, more than likely the other one will be the first next year. So I said, what happens if we decide to do this on payments? Whatever it would be, that payment difference whenever we receive the machine. So may not be paying the other until, we get the second machine.
So you're sure we're gonna get this 200 from the budget transfer?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, because we had money surplus last year.
okay.
So,
Well, and we also do resolutions on it.
what's that?
Don't we do a resolution, year-end transfer
basically, if
resolution
we were-
specifically
Correct.
for those
For
amounts?
The two,
Yep.
we'd only have a difference of 15, give or take.
What do you want to do?
It sounds like a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Sound like it is.
I would definitely trade the one for sure and see if they wouldn't give us that 69. I don't know, it's always a good investment when you're purchasing your most needed machine, such as a grader. That's our most valuable one, so you can't go wrong as far as that goes, so. It just kind of concerns me that they don't have it in stock and how long you're gonna have to wait and make a
I
commitment.
guess if they're right, I was told just the other day that steel's gonna go up 20% at the end of this month and another 20% at the end of next month. So what are these graders gonna be next year?
Yep. They said they're gonna take a price increase, no doubt.
Yeah, if they're gonna lock them in for us, maybe
Yeah, it's another way
I
to
hate
look at
to
it.
spend money, but
In the long run, you're actually saving it though,
we might be.
maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know, but we're still getting 2 new graders.
What do you guys think? You wanna,
Whereas the special machinery fund and the transfer is only $15,000 short of covering the two, I'm not completely opposed to the two for that reason. And what Roger's saying about steel prices is real spooky. So,
Can I see these?
absolutely. If you can do
I'm
some
sorry, I should have
gibberish
finished
notes.
more off.
Different.
I really feel we ought to go with the 2, but
Okay. Whereas it's not gonna, we've already got the money.
especially when they're gonna lock it in clear till next year at the same price.
wanna make that into a motion?
No?
No?
I think since we've got the money transfer and the 291 in there, and we're only looking 15,000 that we would actually pull out of the budget, correct?
That is correct.
I don't have a problem with that then. I would make a motion that we do the 2 new ones and get rid of the 2 old ones because it's not gonna, I don't see that it's gonna affect the budget too much.
At a total price of, how much?
I'm sorry?
How much is the total?
506.
506,691.
And you're gonna contact the auditor about using the,
Well, I don't think I'll need to, but I will contact them as far as that goes.
I mean, that'd be good to know in the future.
Yep, true.
Second.
Okay, it's been first and seconded to go ahead and purchase the 2. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carried then.
Did you want for the motion us to say where the money was coming from? Or we just assume that? Okay.
Spending a lot of money today.
We already made the motion, but what if one of them would blow up?
I don't know how that'd work. That's the reason I'm not sure I even want to run that one.
Don't run them.
Well, their spare grader's the way it is right now, but,
So,
and sad part is, you get into nasty winter or something like that, and you work hard, you have a serious blow up or something, I don't know, I think you gotta repair it then, so. Yeah,
so they are backups.
yes. The one was Tom's regular, but we were just having enough trouble with it, I didn't run the spare now, so. And Dave was running one for territory down that direction, he just so dissatisfied with the power, and he just went back to the other one too, so. All squared away? Yep. I think that's it.
Thank you.
guys.
If you would look at that for down there, Rodney's.
Okay.
Thank you.
You guys ready? You want to take a break or?
Bring it on. Yeah.
Break.
Bye.
Okay, we're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.